Today I shall be taking you to Tianya Townlet, beside the seaside, beside the sea.
我来到这里第一感觉就是这里非常的清新哈。
Cruising seamlessly through the sea by day,
But even just the tiniest ripple on the water just sends you flying.
and crooning away the hours by night.
重拍就打这个中间啊，1、2、3、4。
So accompany me as we enter the coastal Tianya Townlet.
Hainan in June is an absolute scorcher, and its warm hospitality can be felt everywhere. There's one little town perched right on the seafront that welcomes visitors all year round. That town is Tianya.
Situated to the southwest of Sanya proper, this little place attracts punters from far and wide.
It's 4:30 in the afternoon, just right, methinks. It's highly recommended that you avoid the hottest part of the day, or you risk being burnt to a frazzle.
In an attempt to encourage Tianya's all-round development, the position of town mayor is filled on a 7-day rotational arrangement. It is open to anyone, regardless of nationality, age, or profession.
Actually, I've come here today in an official capacity. That's right, I've been invited to be none other than town mayor for the day.
Every acting mayor is keen to make his own contribution to the town's progress. As mayor's assistant, Chen Zhenwen has his finger firmly on the pulse and knows this place like the back of his hand.
欢迎你来担任我们的新镇长。
谢谢。刚才我一路走过来哈，我发现你们每条街的街名都起得跟龙有关的哈。
我们这边一共有5条街，分别是红龙街、白龙街、青龙街、黑龙街和黄龙街。
那这有什么寓意吗？
这是一个拥有着300多年历史的渔村，很好的保留了海上赛龙舟和陆地武汉龙的传统。所以每条街龙的颜色代表着不同的队伍，在每年的端午节的时候都会举办民俗传统活动。所以我们每条街都有龙的名字，
很特别的哈。
The street names have been passed down through the ages, while some of the older residences reveal the town's historical features in all their glory.
小镇改造的过程当中，保留着老房子的原貌，让岛外的游人过来感受到小镇的过去的风貌。
The town's older constructions preserve the typical southern Chinese arcade style of architecture.
楼下有很长的连廊，主要用来遮阳挡雨。2楼呢，主要是用来居住；1楼主要是用来经商。
While the older buildings unveil the town's history, the modern ones show off the place's new characteristics.
这里非常的清新哈。
为了让这里更好看，把墙刷成了白云的颜色，把门窗换成了蓝天的颜色。
The bright and fresh color scheme gives the village a brisk coastal feel.
我看这里不仅是有各种小店哈，还有老百姓在这里生活哈。
是的，整个小镇具有烟火气息，外来做生意的人跟居民他们都是住在一起的。
Crisscrossing streets both quiet and secluded, featuring rows of little shop fronts, offer everything to satisfy visitors' needs.
在路边也卖水果的，什么都有啊。
芒果、菠萝。
来，我来点菠萝蜜吧，再来点红心火龙果，这是我的最爱。我在吉亚金。
大爷，人家爱。
作为镇长的话，我觉得这个价格让我很满意啊。我猜一下，20块钱，20元。
好的，
谢谢。
Hainan jackfruit，这菠萝蜜真的挺甜的。
Wandering aimlessly through the lanes, I am greeted by vibrant color at every turn.
哎，我发现一路走过来，很多墙面上有画画的哈。
这些画让我们整个小镇充满了年轻的活力。这个是我们小镇的志愿者。
那你现在在画什么呢？
这个是大鱼海棠的一个简笔画，这条大鱼呢叫做秋。
好看。
画已经画出轮廓来了，那我们就上色吧。
好啊。Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my masterpiece. It was a lot of fun, and it was quite challenging getting to all the corners. Today, I was exercising mayoral privilege because it's not every visitor to here who can do this, and this, I hope, will be the legacy of my mayorship.
At the end of the road is the Azure Sea. The charming little guest house I find here is absolutely breathtaking. Proprietor Liu Hailin shows me my room for the night.
我们这个房间大概有30平，卫生间呢是干湿分离。
我看你们这里用的这个蓝色和白色小镇的这个主题颜色，
我们整个的是一个简约的风格，年轻人都比较喜欢。
The guest houses in the townlet are designed in a simple and elegant fashion, allowing guests to feel at ease.
来吧，这就是我们的焦点。
你看这么大的一个床放在这个玻璃窗的旁边，这么美丽的景色哦，真不一样的感觉哈。
你可以感受一下。
哇，好软呐！啊，一坐起来 ，Oh, look at that! Miles of beach, golden sun, deep blue sea, and the white fluffy clouds at my fingertips. Just a little taste of heaven.
Directly overlooking the water, all of the rooms are sea view. It was an accident of fate that brought Liu Hailin to Tianyang to open up his own guest house.
民宿是我的副业，我的主业是进出口贸易。海南自贸港要兴起，对于我们来说也是一个摇篮。
While in Hainan on a business trip, he stumbled upon an opportunity that led to his discovering this sought-after little spot.
这个小镇有它自己的文化，比方说你一进屋的弄堂啊、院子呀，特别美丽，特别喜欢这里，就把这个资金投到民宿里。
The operation of guest houses in the town has been a benefactor for local residents.
我们和本地的村民啊，我们互相合作，他们来厨房，我们来运营，互相分成。
In fact, the large number of bed and breakfasts has greatly increased the income for the townsfolk. Come eventide, the heat of the day gives way to the gentle glow of dusk.
是不是到点了？我肚子有点咕噜咕噜响。
我带你去一家非常有特色的餐厅，这家餐厅的风格呢，跟整个小镇的气势非常的搭配。
This Greek eatery has a blue and white theme too. Restaurant owner Mr. Wang was rather taken by Greek cuisine on a visit there 6 years previously.
希腊旅行的时候，其实我们想能把希腊的那种风情啊、美景留下来。春节的时候，我们就来三亚过年。我说这不就是中国版的地中海的圣托里尼嘛？刚好我们的主厨他就接触过希腊餐，美丽三亚，浪漫天涯。
对啊，
我们也有一个浪漫的希腊餐厅，
感觉做得非常的成功啊！
希腊人吃的口味和我们中国人很相像。
哦，哪方面呢？
他们都喜欢吃烤肉，中国人也喜欢吃烤肉。那希腊有海鲜，天涯小镇也是喜欢吃海鲜，我们就把它结合成这个美丽的希腊海边餐厅了。
太棒了，也是中西，希腊的西。
对。
我看你这个餐厅的名字穆萨卡，那是什么意思呢？
每一家传统的希腊餐厅里边就是这道穆萨卡。
That's rich， 那就是有牛肉，
对，牛肉、
奶酪，
厉害啊！它的主料就是土豆、茄子，很厚的牛肉。我们也把中国人的口味相结合了一下。
There is a range of meats and vegetable dishes, all lovingly prepared by Mr. Wang.
我们就配了一些中国人、西方人都喜欢的西兰花，把它做了一款冷菜。
但是
对，
你加了几个点，
黑橄榄，对，
还有那个 feta cheese 那个奶酪哈，对吧？蒸的吗？这个
低温煮出来的，保持了这个西兰花的营养，
脆脆的那种。
是的。
As the sun sets, I think to myself that life doesn't get much better than sitting here by the sea, chatting, sampling fine food.
今天我看了一天的海景哈，真的很过瘾的。
那明天早上我带你去海里划桨板啊！
哦，刚好我是高手啊。那今天晚上我好好享受一下，来，
我们干杯。
As night falls and the lights come on, the town takes on a new ambience.
夜晚的小镇又有不一样的感觉哈。
是的，晚上有很多人坐在自己家庭院里面乘凉。
Aimlessly wandering through the colourful alleyways, I find myself drawn to Huixiang Music and Coffee Bar.
哇，很有味道这个地方。哎，这里写的很有趣啊。
头上的包有大也有小，有的是人敲，有的是自凿。
有点意思哈。
对，你看一下你的脚下哈，也有一句话叫“没有人提醒你注意安全，跌倒吧。”跌倒，就像人生一样。
The writing at the bar entrance is both witty and mildly philosophical. Guan Jin is the bar's proprietor.
这是一个80年左右的老房子了。对，
哇，很有历史哈。
这个书是因为当时这家店在我做回响之前，它是叫天涯书院，很多书其实都是他们之前遗留下来的，然后还有一部分是朋友捐赠的。
The wall of books lends a literary air, while the little stage speaks of the musical talents of the performers.
就是平时偶尔自己做一些演出。
For Guan Jin, music is something innate to him and inseparable from him.
从小是在农村长大，第一次见到吉他都是在上大学的时候的事了。毕业之后才开始做乐队啊，做原创音乐这些。做这个店以后啊，就相当于有了一个方向嘛。偶尔也会有志同道合的朋友过来，能聊聊天，能唱唱歌，这就是一个很幸福的事情。
Nothing makes Guanjin happier than working on transforming his bar together with his wife.
像整个店的格局的话，基本上就是我爱人负责出设计方案，然后我就跟一帮朋友就负责动手。像我们两个亲手把这个店打造起来，就像我们在天涯镇的一个家一样。
It is a cozy feeling indeed to sit and prattle with a few pals in these environs, or even treat them to a tune.
今天晚上我们高歌一曲怎么样？
没问题。
邓丽君吧，月亮代表我的心。
好，像这首歌它是个4/4拍，重拍就打中间，弱拍就打高音，1、2、3、4。
OK， 懂了啊，懂了 ，OK， 写着是吧？
那我们就直接开始了啊。
OK。
你问我爱你有多深？我爱你有几分？我的情也深，我的爱也深，月亮代表我的心。
The light of the silvery moon and my dulcet tones cannot but add a little je ne sais quoi to the evening atmosphere as the strains of my song gently drift off into the night.
你去想一想，你去看一看，月亮代表我的心。
This bright and clear morning has given me a spring in my step, and the right way to start my day is with a bowl of rice noodles.
When visiting a place, do as the locals do for the most authentic experience. 阿姐，来碗粉。
好的。
谢谢。When in Rome and all that.
The carefully cooked broth is key to the taste of the rice noodle soup. Add the rice noodles, lean pork and vegetables, as well as a handful of spring onions, and you have yourself a bowl of genuine Hainan rice noodle soup.
Oh, thank you, Dada. Well, I've always loved soup noodles, but these are very special Hainan noodles. The taste is savoury but not too salty, and not spicy, nice and light and fresh, especially with these veg. A real taste of Hainan.
Eat the rice noodle soup while it's hot for satisfaction both inside and out.
Delicious. Replete with fine food, it's now time for me to work off all those calories. So I'm off down to the beach for a spot of stand-up paddleboarding. Come with me if you dare.
The sea looks amazing here, and every lane in this town seems to lead to the beach. Paddling in the sea is not only a popular pastime nowadays, but also the safest option for those new to water sports.
第一个，它要有脚绳，不小心滑落到水里面，你也可以顺着脚绳把板拉回来。第二个，桨板下水呢，必须要穿救生衣。
There are different kinds of paddle boards, but as a beginner, a leisure board is apparently just right for me.
这个是板头对准那个前进的方向，这个是板槽。一个是当提手的作用，第二个呢，当一个中间平衡线的一个作用。
OK。
这一块是脚垫，就是为了增加摩擦力。这个板的后面这一块很重要，这一块叫尾鳍，主要是用来控制方向和速度的。
The paddleboard is similar in structure to a surfboard, only with the addition of a paddle.
桨的话分为几个部分，第一个是桨柄，第二个呢就是桨杆，第三个是桨面，这个是正面，这个是背面。一手握住桨柄，另一手紧抓桨杆。我们往左边滑，那么板就往右边走。怎么样倒车呢？把桨面转过来。如果我们往右边倒车，那么我们右边往前滑。
The importance of the paddle aside, it is also crucial how and where you stand on the board.
站的位置在板的这个中间，双膝半蹲，这样能够掌控在板上的平衡。这个桨的高度一定要跟你额头平行。
Depending on how the mood takes you, you can kneel, sit, or lie on your board in whatever position you like. After having learned the basics, I am now ready to venture into the water. After getting used to the waves, I challenge myself by trying to stand up and paddle.
哦，刚好我是高手啊，高手啊，高手啊。Having done this before, I thought it would be a little bit easier because obviously on water that's totally calm, it's actually not that hard. But even just the tiniest ripple on the water just sends you flying.
Success comes from perseverance, and I am not about to give up.
Well, it turned out it was fifth time lucky for me. I did manage to stand and I did manage to paddle a short distance before falling into the water. Actually, it was pretty good. It's quite a few meters. For a first timer, I think that's not too bad. But it's surprisingly tiring. Oh, all that paddling and then falling into the water and then crawling back onto your board does take it out of you a bit. So probably need a rest soon.
Immersing yourself in the sea is not only relaxing, but brings you a feeling of oneness with nature.
Well, that's a lot of fun. I tell you, there are so many things to remember when you're doing this sport, as I almost just found out the hard way. As I was coming onto shore, I'd forgotten that my foot was attached to the board shot away, and I was attacked from behind by a big wave. So it's really important that you listen to your instructor when doing this sport. But apart from that, if you do listen to him, it's great fun. It's a big challenge, and it's quite a thrill being out there on the sea with the waves tossing you back and forth. Standing up's really difficult, but not as difficult as I thought. I got the hang of it by the fifth time, so hooray for me.
Nature's bounty can be found all along the seashore. The locals are adept at inventing tasty cuisine out of the most obscure items. And lunchtime turns out to be cactus time.
这么大一片仙人掌啊，都是野生的吗？
当然啦，以前在海边种不了蔬菜的仙人掌呢，就成了小镇人民绿色蔬菜的一种来源。
那怎么割呢？
我们首先要捏住它没有刺的地方，然后把刀放在仙人掌的根部，慢慢的把它划开。
挺轻松的，选哪种比较好？
嫩绿色的，口感呢比较好。
After having harvested the cactus, the first job is to remove the thorns.
这个怎么处理呢？
你就把刀轻轻从上面割。
Removing the offending thorns is not a complicated task, but it is one that requires patience and care, if that is, you do not wish to become intimately acquainted with them.
这么危险的一个处理方法哈，我们为什么要吃这样的仙人掌呢？
仙人掌对人体特别好，吃了又美容，帮助人的肠胃消化。吃了已经100多年了。
With the thorns gone, the cactus is cut into strips and then rinsed to get rid of the resin. The cactus is now ready for the pot.
油要放多少呢？
放一勺，然后先把那个蒜末放多点，然后直接把这个倒进去炒。哎，对，啊，你好厉害喽！
要炒多久啊？
翻炒2次就可以放黄豆酱，还有这个美味酱。
This is gonna be the tastiest cactus that I've ever had. Hey, okay, look at that. The tastiest cactus you've ever had. 来，你尝一口看地不地道？
大厨级别。
过奖了。That's not a bad taste at all, surprisingly, for something that looks so hideous and is a pain in the hands to prepare. It's actually really good. It sort of has a slight slimy texture because there's a resin on it, you see. But the way it's been treated with the condiments and the flavors, they've done it really, really well. And the best thing is, it's absolutely packed with vitamins and minerals, so you'll grow up strong like your Uncle Ian. 多吃点哈，一定要吃完，有光盘行动。
好。
After lunch is the muggiest hour of the day. During this period, it is wise to stay indoors.
天涯一卷书，
这是我们以爱情和旅行为主题的书店。
Most of the books available in the reading room are about love. Within the pages of the books, visitors can perceive the love and hate of others, while without, they can record their own such feelings.
这个爱情档案是什么呢？
这个爱情档案可以放2个人在交往当中的爱情信物，可以把爱情档案保存在我们这里，也可以选择拿回去。多年以后翻开爱情档案，爱意满满的回忆。
There is postcard after postcard on display, each capturing the trials and tribulations that love brings. Moved, I toss off my own love letter, encapsulating my gratitude to my wife. Dear Yanling, thank you for putting up with me for all these years. I could not have done it without your help. I look forward to many more with you, Ian.
因为我觉得你作为镇长应该发挥一下你的优势。
我觉得咱们这个小镇哈，打造得非常的漂亮哈，我相信以后会有很多国际游客来到这里，那大家需要跟他们交流，要不这样吧，教英语怎么样？
好啊。
It is very important to be able to use your English. So we start today's lesson with a simple welcome.
如果你看到一个外来的人，你跟他说 Welcome to 天涯 Townlet， 你觉得是什么意思呢？
欢迎来到天涯。
Very good， 太棒了！欢迎 Welcome to， 我们这里说欢迎来到天涯 Townlet。So welcome to 天涯 Townlet 就是说欢迎你们来到天涯小镇。来，我先说一遍。Hello，Welcome to 天涯 Townlet。啊 ，Very good， 太棒了，太棒了。
伊恩站长讲的好不好？
谢谢谢谢。
伊恩，现在我们就聘任你为天涯小镇第29任轮值镇长。
这么大的荣幸啊！你看，哇，作为镇长，我以后一定会多来的咱们这个小镇，帮你们提高英文水平，怎么样？This town is suffused with stories and teeming with tales. I realised that this is a simple and uncomplicated place, and that the people who have been drawn here to live and work were attracted by this simplistic beauty. So leave the hustle and bustle of the big smoke behind you and come here to write your very own Tianya Townlet stories.
As the sun nears the horizon and the waves lap the shore, the blue and the white continue to conceal their stories and secrets. I am convinced that Tianya Townlet will continue to improve and attract newcomers with its quirkiness, and likewise will continue to thrive.
这里是海南卫视。